and 103.7 FM. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to the Ottawa Cyclone football Wise Guys Construction Rob Hedrick pregame show. Whether it's residential, commercial, or restoration construction you need, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa at 785-229-5651. Now, for a preview of tonight's Cyclone football game, let's go live to the press box and join KOFO Sports Director Gary Bateman.
And good evening, everyone. A couple of teams in desperate need of a win playing here this evening at Steve Grogan Stadium as the Ottawa Cyclones get set to take on the Louisburg Wildcats. And we welcome you to the Wise Guys Construction Cyclone pregame show here on KOFO. Ottawa losing last week to Paola over at Paola 24-0, while Louisburg was upended by Fort Scott as the Tigers beat the Wildcats 42-20. So both Ottawa and Louisburg coming into tonight's action 0-1 in district play. Last week's loss for the Wildcats was only their second on the season, the other one coming to undefeated DeSoto. Cyclones looking for their second victory here tonight on senior night and also Wall of Honor night. And we're going to take a break and come back with our weekly interview with Ottawa High School head football coach Rob Hedrick. After this, you're listening to the Wise Guys Construction Cyclone pregame show on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
You know Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa as the premier residential and commercial construction company. But did you know they also provide full repair for fire and flood restoration? Here's Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction.
We offer full turnkey services, from cleaning and drying to the repairs of your project. We're an insurance preferred contractor. When disaster strikes, experience matters.
When it comes to your residential, commercial, or restoration needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 785-229-5651.
Want to sit front row and see the Chiefs play at Arrowhead Stadium? KOFO and McCoy's Furniture Loft want to send you. All you need to do is stop by Furniture Loft on Main Street in Osage City and register. You and a friend could be sitting front row to watch a Chiefs game. Only one win per person per season. KOFO and McCoy's Furniture Loft employees and their households are not eligible to win. No purchase is necessary. The next giveaway will be for the Chiefs game on October 30th against the Denver Broncos. We'll announce the winner on October 23rd during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
And it's time now for our weekly chat with head coach Rob Hedrick as the Cyclones set to take on the Louisburg Wildcats in second game of district play. Last week, the Paola Panthers got the best of Ottawa 24-0, and coach, that score just a little bit not representative, especially of how well the Cyclones played defensively in the first half of it.
Yeah, you're right. I was so proud and happy with the defense, and they battled. The kids played so hard, and holding Paola to 3 at half, and I was real proud of them. And obviously, that was a big step for us, and I so wish we could have taken advantage of it offensively, but obviously we weren't able to do that. But I was proud of the defense and the boys, and they played exceptionally hard and played very well.
When you play a Paola team, you got to be able to, kind of control that line of scrimmage. It looked like the Cyclones did that in that first half. On the defensive side of the football, the offensive side was a little bit different story, though.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same old song. We did move the ball a little bit. Again, it was the penalties. Our first drive, we were about a half yard short of picking up the first down, and I thought about going for it, but just little decisions like that. I didn't go for it, but as the game went on, as you saw how the defense was playing, it gave me a little bit more confidence with our, going for it on fourth down. We needed to, but again, we put some drives together, but they stalled out due to penalty or just a good Paola defense too. But it was very impressive to watch our defense dominate Paola like they did for the first half, and we went with a little different scheme, and we had some kids playing out of position due to injury and stuff, and the kids were just super aggressive, and it paid off, and it was fun to watch. It really was. The kids battled, and I appreciate that, and sure did enjoy watching them play.
Sometimes when you're familiar with an opponent, and Ottawa certainly is familiar with Paola over the years, you have a little bit of an ability to kind of predict where things are going and what types of things are going to happen, and kind of sounds like maybe that happened to some extent on both sides of the football.
Yeah, I think that's a good description of what might happen. It was just, they made in the second half, they popped that first big drive for a big play, and that hurt. That took a little one out of the sails, but the boys kept battling. But It came down, I think, kind of like the same scenario as most of the games. They made a few more plays, and if we make we have a pass interference. Well, it wasn't called a pass interference, my fault, that there in the first half that ended up as an interception. If we get a call there, we get the ball back and we're on their side of the field, and instead of them getting the ball back, it was a big swing play. And there's several of those like that where the Palo boys made a play and we didn't. And like you said, I think when the opponents are as familiar as they are, as Pale and us are, and our Frontier League teams are, it comes down to a few plays like that.
Well, we won't dwell on the past. We'll take a break right here and come back and talk a little bit about the Louisburg Wildcats, tonight's opponent. You're listening to the Rob Hedrick Show, part of Wise Guys Construction Cyclone pregame here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, on what sets them apart as your trusted source for residential and commercial construction.
We're not a handyman service. We're a professional licensed construction company. We're not only licensed in Ottawa. With our license, we can work anywhere.
Which means?
No matter what the project or where, you get a licensed contractor every time. We've been in business for 13 years. Our experience and customer service are what keeps us in business.
Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651.
Follow your favorite high school or Ottawa University team with the KOFO Sports Guide. The KOFO Sports Guide features your team schedule from football and volleyball to wrestling and basketball, golf, soccer, tennis, baseball, softball, and track. Pick up your free KOFO Sports Guide at Kiken Auctions, Ottawa University, Seven Cedars in Princeton, People's Bank, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home. You can also view the KOFO Sports Guide online at KOFO.com.
And back here with head coach Rob Hedrick. Cyclones get set to take on the Louisburg Wildcats, second game of district and final home game of the season, Coach. Come into tonight's ball game, and this is really for the season when you think about it. You've got to have a win tonight. And Louisburg, a team that Ottawa finally got over the hump with last year. Yeah. And what can you take from that experience and put it in play for this evening?
Well, I just think, and honestly, we've been this way all season. We can beat anybody. And I know for the kids and the coaches, that was a big step for us last year for the whole program, beating Louisburg and Paola. That was a big step. We can play with anybody, and we know that. And so that's the mindset you got going in, and we talked about it, and we need to go 2-0 and to have a shot to get into the playoffs. So this is a must-win for us, and it's going to take a good game. Louisburg is playing well. But Palo is playing exceptionally well going into our game last week, and obviously we played well there, and we got the same feeling. We're just going to have to make a few plays offensively. Defense is going to have to play solid again, and we'll have a good chance to win the ball game.
Kind of would like with Paola, you pretty much know what you're getting when you play a Louisburg Wildcat team, don't you?
Yeah, and they have a new head coach this year, but he's from within the program. And we saw him a little earlier in the year, and they looked like they were trying to do a little bit more. And they still are. They're a little bit more varied than maybe in some years past, but they're still the same Louisburg. They really are. Same defense and basically the same offense. A lot of power, and then they'll try to hit you with the play-action pass. So they have some good skill position kids, some good linemen, just like always. So they're a good team, and they're going to present the same challenges they do every year.
And they're kind of licking their wounds after going down to Fort Scott last week and getting beaten by the Tigers.
Mm-hmm. They did, but that was kind of like, that score wasn't quite as indicative. It looked like a blowout, but it really wasn't. It just it came down to some turnovers, and Fort Scott has a very explosive running back, and he popped him for some real big runs. And it was a back and forth game until late. And Louisburg just had some turnovers, and Fort Scott was able to capitalize on those. So that was a really, it was a fun game to watch on film. So, again, Louisburg is a good team, and if we play well, we'll have a chance to win. But we're going to have to play well for sure.
It's senior night here at Ottawa High School, and this group of seniors has meant a lot to this program, just as last year's did. Several guys are going to be seeing their last action, most likely on Steve Grogan Stadium Field. Yeah,
more than likely. Like I said, it's always tough to see seniors go, and this group is no exception. Got a lot of 4-year players, and that always means a lot to me. The kids have been out 4 years, spend every year with you, every summer with you. That's quite a commitment, and I truly appreciate that. And I appreciate the new seniors too. I mean, they put in a lot of time and a lot of work, so as always, we wish them nothing but the best in their future, and we sure do. We enjoyed having them, and glad they're part of the Cyclone family for sure.
Always good to have the Wall of Honor game, because that also brings out people that may not get a chance to get out otherwise, get a chance to see your program, and show some support for the Cyclones. Yeah, so it is a big deal. I really enjoy the Wall of Honor night, and the kind of getting to learn more about the people that have come from Ottawa High School, and hopefully they enjoy what they see when they watch their alma mater football team play. So hopefully we put on a good show for them, and hopefully get them a win. Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what the Cyclones need to do well in order to pick up a win here this evening. We need to control the ball a little bit. We need to keep the ball in our possession, and we need to end those long possessions with scores. I think a special team score or turnover for us would be a big I'm not going to say it's a necessity to win the game, but it would really help. A defensive turnover, a defensive score, or a special team score. But we have to be able to control the ball. Those 2 or 3 first down drives and then end with a score. That's what we need. And then we'll have to, hopefully we'll pop them with some big plays too. So I think defense has to play solid, but offense has to win this game tonight with ball control and ending up with the ball in the end zone. Can the Cyclones maybe get into the Wildcats' head a little bit if they get on top early? I think anytime, because the thing about it is, you look at our record and you say, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk, and we know that we're not that bad of a team. And I think if we would get out on them early, they would think, oh, what's going on, what's happening? So I think you're right. I think that could be big for us, and it would be big for us too. I mean, it'd be a big confidence boost for us. So hopefully we can make that happen. That would, we do need something good to happen, I think, for our mentality in the first or second quarter to help us carry us through the whole game. But that would be big. So hopefully you called it there, and let's hope so. Comes to fruition. 8th game of the season, and I know the Cyclones have been kind of banged up, off and on throughout the year. What's it look like for this week? We're beat up. We're Devion hadn't been healthy in weeks, and he's no different. He's going to try to play, but his ankle's messed up. But he's still battling out there. Devion's a little banged up. Joey Bellinger is out. I don't think Johnny Nash is going to be able to play. Dre Smith, so we got a lot of injuries. So, but that's part of it. Everyone deals with that, and we're just going to roll some kids out there, and they're going to battle and play as hard as they can, and we're going to try to make some magic happen. Okay, Coach. Good luck tonight. We'll talk with you again next week. Thanks very much. And that is the Rob Hedrick Show. We'll be back with more on the Wise Guys Construction Cyclone pregame show. After this timeout, you're listening to Ottawa High School football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Thank you for listening to the Ottawa Braves football Wise Guys Construction pregame show on KOFO. Kickoff is next.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa Cyclone football on 103.7 FM, 1220, and KOFO.com. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers, CarStar, Wise Guys Construction, Quality Structures Incorporated, and by Maxwell Chiropractic, Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Richard Hale DDS, Dingle & Son Mortuary, the Ottawa Herald, also by People's Bank, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Stiles Construction, State Farm Agent Ryan Dispro, Sutton's Jewelry, and by Advantage Electric, Ransom Memorial Hospital, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Bones Transportation. This Cyclone football broadcast is also being brought to you by Cosentino's Price Chopper, Messenger's Home Furnishings, Ottawa University, the City of Ottawa, State Farm Agent Keith King, and by Ottawa Family Physicians, Ottawa High School, Kramer Pharmacy, and Bob Allen Ford. Now let's return to the field and KOFO Sports Director Gary Bateman for Ottawa Cyclone football.
And ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. The national anthem being played by the Ottawa High School pep band, the marching band, I should say. And welcome back here to Steve Grogan Stadium as we get set for tonight's football game between the Ottawa Cyclones and the Louisburg Wildcats. As I mentioned, both teams 0-1 in district play, with Ottawa going to Fort Scott next week to conclude the regular season, while Louisburg will be on the road over at Paola for the final game of the year. So both teams need a win here tonight. Other games involving area teams, of course, in this district, it is Fort Scott at Paola this evening. Panthers are 6-1 overall, 1-0 in the district, while Fort Scott is 5-2 and 1-0 in district play. I think I mentioned that game next week between Louisburg and Paola would be at Paola. That is not the case. That'll be at Louisburg next week. Elsewhere, in Class 3A, Central Heights hosts Osage City tonight. Both teams 0-1 in the district. Osage City 5-2 overall, while Central Heights still looking for their first win. They are 0-7. And our game of the week on KOFO.com with Luke Queen is Wellsville at West Franklin tonight over at Pomona. Both teams winning last week. The Eagles now on a 6-game winning streak, while West Franklin has won their previous 3 to move their record to 3-4 on the year. So that's the game of the week at KOFO.com, Wellsville at West Franklin. In Class 4A Division II, big game down at Osawatomie tonight, where the 4-3 Baldwin Bulldogs take on the 1-6 Osawatomie Trojans. Baldwin's 1-0 in the district after beating Ward last week, while Osawatomie, a loser to Prairie View, is 0-1. Maybe one of the biggest games in the state of Kansas is undefeated DeSoto at undefeated Miege tonight. The Wildcats are 7-0, while Miege also 7-0. We'll see if DeSoto can give Miege any kind of a game here this evening. But that's the big one in Class 4A. The other game in that district is Eudora hosting Spring Hill. Cardinals are 2-5 on the season, and the Broncos with one win, that coming against Ottawa earlier this fall. Also, Anderson County is at Iola tonight. Both teams are 0-1 in district play. Bulldogs 1-6, while the Mustangs are 2-5 on the season. Undefeated Linden, ranked number 2 in Class 2A football, is on the road tonight. They are at Chase County. Chase County is 1-6. A non-district game in Class 8-man Division 2 has Harrington 2-5 at Meridazine Valley 1-6 over at Melbourne. And also, it's Santa Fe Trail hosting Jefferson West tonight. Chargers, after their loss to Topeka Hayden last week, are now 5-2 overall, 0-1 in district play, while Jeff West 2-5. They are 0-1 in the district. Captains are going to meet out at the 50-yard line for Ottawa, that being Caleb Schaefer, Nick Byer, Corey Hack, and Devion Bethe. It's a windy night here, and the wind will have an effect on this football game. It is blowing across the field east to west, and we expect some weather tomorrow at some point. We hope that it doesn't spoil some of the homecoming festivities over at Ottawa University. Football game tomorrow scheduled for 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock pregame on KOFO, and the Braves taking on the St. Mary's Spiders. Louisburg has won the opening. Nope, check that. The official went the wrong way. Ottawa's won the opening toss. They'll defer to the second half, and they will kick into the wind here as the Wildcats will receive the opening kickoff and move left right as we see it. So once again, 1 o'clock tomorrow for the OU Braves against St. Mary. Bob Johnson will have pregame starting at noon on 1220 and 103.7 FM. So a good crowd on hand here tonight, as it is senior night, also Wall of Honor night, and we'll have those Wall of Honor festivities for you at halftime here during our Advantage Electric halftime report. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Bones Transportation, a family-owned and operated trucking company in Ottawa for over 50 years and a longtime supporter of Ottawa Cyclone athletics. They are proud to be the Cyclone kickoff sponsor this season and wish all of the Cyclone teams the best of luck. Bones Transportation is in South Ottawa. And the scoreboard just went out. Hopefully I'll come back to life here quickly so we can get this game underway. Don't forget the high school football scoreboard show on KOFO tonight, following the 10 o'clock news with your host, Nick Gosnell. Week number 8 in Kansas high school football, and he will have scores from around the state, also reports from selected games as well, and that is the Kansas high school football scoreboard show coming your way tonight at 10:06. Still waiting for the scoreboard to come back on. A brand new sound system here at Ottawa High at the Steve Grogan Stadium, and sounds very, very good. But there's the clock coming back on just momentarily. We'll see how they do on getting that back and running. Don't forget, next week Ottawa will be on the road to conclude their football season, at least the regular season portion. They will be at Fort Scott to take on the Tigers. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:40 for the Wise Guys Construction Cyclone pregame and the Rob Hedrick Show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Well, Peyton Funk has teed the ball up, but we are still waiting for them to fix a clock malfunction, and now Rob Hedrick is motioning for his team to come on over to the sideline. So evidently we are going to be delayed for a little bit here this evening. Don't forget that big game over at Pomona tonight on KOFO.com. It is Wellsville at West Franklin, the KOFO game of the week. West Franklin, after an 0-4 start, has won their last 3, including win last week over Central Heights, while Wellsville, after dropping their opener to Burlington, the Eagles have now won 6 in a row, and they are looking like a challenger in Class 3A football. Scoreboard slowly coming back to life here at Steve Grogan Stadium. Real quickly, we'll tell you about postseason for Cyclones, as cross-country regionals are tomorrow at Burlington, Sub-State volleyball tomorrow at Paola, and first round, the semifinal matchup for the Lady Cyclones will be against Spring Hill, and boys soccer will play a play-in game on Monday in the regional, and that will be down at Columbus High. So Peyton Funk will kick it off. Twin safeties deep for the Wildcats. Again, Ottawa will be kicking into a wind here, and a pretty stiff wind at that. So waiting for the officials to give the signal. Now they do, and Funk will line things up. Hope you enjoy the football action here tonight. And there's Funk's kick. End over end, fielded at the 15-yard line, then dropped, picked up again and hit, and dropped immediately is the Wildcat receiver. Adrian Aho made the tackle. Kick was returned by Braden Gage, and Louisburg will have it at their own 17, 1st and 10. Quarterback for the Wildcats is Madden Rutherford, a sophomore. He has the same type of size that has caused Ottawa problems throughout the season. Running more back is Austin Morse. Rutherford under center on 1st and 10. Man comes in motion right. Moore gets a handoff, breaks one tackle, gets out to about the 18 for a gain of maybe 1. Second down and 9 upcoming for the Wildcats. Last year, Ottawa beat Louisburg for the first time ever over at Louisburg High. Same formation, eye behind the quarterback, and a handoff Moore once again, and he gets it across the 20 out near the 21-yard line on a dive left guard, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 7. It's called 3rd and 6. They need to get a little bit past the 27. They're at the 21 right now. About a minute gone here in the first period. Single receiver split to the far side is Desmond Doles. Formation is strong left. Man comes in motion right, and back to throw is Rutherford. He'll throw the deep ball. It's up for grabs, and it'll be caught. And Doles out-jumped the Cyclone defender and made the catch and went down at the 48-yard line for a 1st down. Ottawa had good coverage out there, but Doles at 6'3" just out-jumped the Cyclones. They'll mark it at the Wildcat 47, 1st down. A pair of receivers far side of the field, and Rutherford will move work out of the shotgun this time. Man in motion, and a handoff on reverse goes to Gage, and Gage gets it into Cyclone territory to about the 47 for a pickup of 6. Try to keep you up to date on scores on games throughout the area. Osage City has jumped out to a 6-0 lead on Central Heights early first period. 2nd down 4 here. Again, Rutherford out of the shotgun. To his left, Moore. Moore will get the handoff off the right side. He's tripped up as he gets to the line of scrimmage, picks up about a yard. Elias White made the tackle for Ottawa, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. 9:20 to play, first period. Just underway, no score. Wildcats come up. They'll send Doles wide right. This time Rutherford under center. And a handoff Moore, trying to get around the right corner. He does. He's across the 40 and down near the 35 before brought down by K.J. Savage. But that'll move the chains just shy of the 35, 1st and 10 for Louisburg. The A's has scored early. They lead DeSoto 7-0. First and 10 Wildcats. Again, that strong formation left. And Ottawa jumped offside. Referees will confer, but it looked to me like White got across there too early. Encroachment on the Cyclones. We'll move it to the 30-yard line. Baldwin has scored. They lead Osawatomie 7-0. Nothing here with 8:50 to play first quarter, but Louisburg driving. They started this possession at their own 17. Moore behind Rutherford. Keeping is Rutherford, and he has an opening. He's to the 20, still on his feet inside the 15-10, and down to the 5-yard line before Savage runs him out of bounds. Play looked like it was going left, and Rutherford turned and went right, and the Cyclones over-pursued, and they got caught by it. First and goal for the Wildcats at the 6-yard line. Ottawa has been susceptible to that play all season long. Another score for Osage City, leading Central Heights 13-0 early in the ball game. First and goal for the Wildcats. Rutherford under center, hands it off to Moore. Big hole right side, touchdown Louisburg. So the Wildcats go 83 yards, and they take the early lead. And to try the extra point will be Drake Barnes. Holding is Rutherford. Ball's down, kicks up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field with 8:26 to play in the first period. The score, Louisburg 7 and Ottawa nothing. We'll have the kickoff for you in 30 seconds. And you're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Fast savings, fast service, and we will beat your best price on tires, guaranteed. That's the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Bob Allen Ford. Save big now on tires with rebates up to $140 on these top brands: Goodyear, Pirelli, Bridgestone, Yokohama, and Hankook. Quick Lane, it's for all cars. Ford, Honda, Chevy, Toyota, and any other car in your garage. For huge tire savings this month, visit the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Bob Allen Ford in Overland Park and now Ottawa, Kansas. It's fast, convenient, and we're open 6 days a week.
83 yards for the Wildcats, converting a couple of third down situations. They take the early lead 7-0 on a 6-yard run by Austin Moore. Barnes will kick it off. Back deep for the Cyclones will be Devion and Xavi Bethe. They're standing about their own 15-yard line as Barnes gets set to kick it off. Short kick, near side. Fielded at the 30-yard line by Elias White. He gets it out to about the 36, 37. And the Cyclones have pretty good field position for their opening drive of the game. We have been told that the Central Heights cross-country regional tomorrow, time has changed from 10 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So a switch on that from 10 o'clock to 9 o'clock at the Central Heights Cross Country Regional, scheduled for tomorrow. It's Class 3A Regional. First and 10, Ottawa. Cyclones will send 2 receivers left, 2 right. Caleb Schaefer out of the shotgun. And a pass out in the flat is complete to Xavi Bethe, and he gets it out to about the 38 for a pickup of a couple. Second down, long 8 coming up for the Cyclones. This time, twin receivers right, 1 man left. White's lined up as a wingman right. Option, pitch back goes to Devion Bethe, trying to turn the corner. He's to the 40. He gets to the 43 before he's brought down for a pickup of 5. So Ottawa faces a third down 3. Brandon Carlson comes in with the play. So Sotomayor scored to tie up that game against Baldwin, 7 apiece. Cyclones 3rd and 3. Handoff Bethe. He has the first down by about a half a yard at the 47. So Bethe off the left side, and he picks up the first and 10. Clock ticks under 7 minutes to go in the first period, 7-0 Louisburg. Wildcats going 83 yards with their opening possession. Savage brings the play call in from the bench. He'll split far side as a receiver along with White. Carlson and Shavi Bethe will come this way. Out of the pistol, Schaefer, he'll bring White in motion. And the handoff is fumbled. And Louisburg got the football. Well, that play was predictable from the word go. White coming in motion. Schaefer had to wait a long time for him to get there, and when the handoff got there, it was mishandled, and Louisburg gets first break of the ball game on a Cyclone fumble. Wildcats have it 1st and 10 at the Ottawa 45. Trip receivers far side for Louisburg, one man this way. Rutherford looks to throw. Throws deep down the field, near side, and the pass is going to be incomplete. It was intended out there for Doles, but it was thrown actually out of bounds, and it'll be a 2nd and 10 coming up. Another thing we'll try to keep you up to date on tonight is the Houston Yankees baseball game. Yankee win propels them into the World Series. Here's a score from Fort Scott. Tigers have taken a 7-0 lead on Paola about halfway through the first period. 2nd down 10. Keeper, and a big hole, and breaking into the secondary is Rutherford. He's going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Louisburg. A 45-yard run by the quarterback, who was not touched. Barnes will try the extra point. And a whistle. Penalty flag down. Offside against Ottawa, so now it looks like Louisburg will go for 2 here. Wind is just howling out there tonight. Wildcats come up, trying for 2. Rutherford will be under center. Handoff Moore, and Moore's in for the 2-point conversion run. And with 6:14 to go here in the first period, the score is Louisburg 15, Ottawa nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the kickoff. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
If you have been in an accident, tell your insurance company you want your repairs done at CarStar Ottawa. We can arrange for your tow, your car rental, and deal with your insurance company all with one phone call. No need for multiple estimates and worry. Call 242-8916. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Ottawa High School staff and faculty, along with the administration of USD 290, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck. And go Cyclones.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
2-play 45-yard drive for Louisburg after recovering the fumble. And they lead the Cyclones 15-0 after the 2-point conversion run. Barnes set to kick it off. And again, near side. This one will be fielded by Xavi Bethe at the 16. Bethe looking for an opening. Spins away from a tackler. He's across the 35 and all the way out to the 38. So Xavi Bethe with an old flag football move right there. He just spun away from a tackler. He comes up limping as he heads to the huddle. Ottawa will have it at the 38, down by 15 here midway in the first period. Iola is leading Anderson County tonight, down at Iola, 7-0 first quarter. First and 10 Cyclones. Four-man front for the Wildcats. Handoff goes to Devion Bethe, who gets it across the 40 to about the 41. Penalty flag down. After the play was over, so you'll see a personal foul or an unsportsmanlike conduct. Dead ball, personal foul, Ottawa. So that'll be marked off from the end of the play. And push the ball all the way back to the 26-yard line, and Ottawa's going to face first down and 22. Looked like Devion Bethe may have kicked a Wildcat player. He was kind of pleading his case with the official to no avail. So first and long now, or check that, second for long. It was a dead ball foul, second and long, Ottawa. Schaefer will bring man in motion. He'll throw across the middle. He's got his man, and here comes Devion Bethe. 50, 45, 40, and cut from behind and all the way down to the 36 of Louisburg. That was a nicely drawn play right there. Devion Bethe with a little slant pattern. Schaefer caught him in stride, and the play covers 38 yards. Cyclones have it first and 10 at the Wildcat 36. .5:40 to play, first quarter. Wide receiver left is Bones, to the right, Savage. And here's a handoff to DJ Smith, and he'll get nothing. Play was strung out nicely by the Wildcats. Smith on the reverse. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and 10. Ottawa comes up tight formation this time. In motion, Xavi Bethe. He gets the handoff. He looks for running room. He gets tripped up as he crosses the 35, down to about the 34-yard line. Wildcat tackle was made there by Christian Tosterud. And it's 3rd and 8. Another score for Osage City. They lead the Central Heights Vikings 21-0. Third and 8 Cyclones. They're in 4-down territory here. Blitz being shown. And handed off this time to White. White doesn't get much. And again, it's that reverse play that takes forever to develop. Gives the line too much of a job trying to hold their blocks. It'll be a gain of about 1 and bring up a 4th down and 7. Nothing Iola over Anderson County at the end of 1 in Iola. 15-0 Louisburg here with 3:30 to play in the first. Fourth down for the Cyclones. They need to attain the 26-yard line. Schaefer brings Xavi Bethe in motion. He'll look to pass. He's got a man open deep downfield, and the pass is going to be caught, I believe, by Brandon Carlson at the 1. It was tipped around, and I think they're going to say it's incomplete. Well, Carlson didn't argue it, so he must not have come up with it cleanly. It was close. Wildcats will take over on downs at their own 33. There were 2 defenders down there. The pass was just underthrown slightly, and it gave Louisburg a chance to make a play on the ball, and then it got tipped around, and Carlson couldn't come up with it. One receiver split far side of the field here on 1st and 10. There's also one receiver to the near side, actually a couple. Man in motion left. Option play left. Rutherford will keep it himself, get it across the 35 to the 37. That'll be a gain of about, well, let's call it 3. He's just shy of the 37-yard line. At the end of 1, Bishop Miege leads DeSoto 7-0. Second down and 6 for the Wildcats. This time in the shotgun is Madden Rutherford. He sends Will Ridley in motion. He'll hand it off to Austin Moore, and Moore doesn't get anything. Managed to fall forward for about a half a yard, and that's it. Tucker Mace made the stop for Ottawa, and it'll bring up a third down situation. Baldwin has scored to take the lead over Osawatomie, 14-7 Bulldogs. Third down 5. Twin receivers each side. Moore behind Rutherford in the backfield. And Rutherford looks to throw. Across the middle, pass is caught. Knowles made the catch just across the sticks. He was hit immediately by Carlson, but it was a gain of 6 and they needed 5, so a first down for the Wildcats. Chains are set. Clock will start up. Ball marked at the 44-yard line. This time Rutherford will be under center. A fumble on the snap. Looked like Rutherford covered it up. Loss on a play of 1, second down 11. Louisburg at home to Paola next week in a renewal of that Miami County rivalry, while Ottawa goes on the road to Fort Scott. Both teams playing to keep their hopes alive for postseason play. Second and 11. Taking the line, rolling out is Rutherford. He's under pressure now. Decides he's going to run it and will run it out of bounds, and then he's hit by Beyer. The gain is out across the 45, so a pickup of 2. Beyer did not have an illegal hit there. So third down 9 at the Wildcat 45. Lone receiver far side. Ridley in motion. He'll get the ball on the reverse. Looking for an opening. Gets it across the 50, but shy of the first down to about the 49-yard line. Fourth down and short 3. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the first period. Clock will run out here, and the score at the end of 1 is Louisburg 15, Ottawa nothing. We'll be back with the second period of play in 1 minute. This is Ottawa High Football on KOFO.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
With the perfect Vera Bradley purse, anything is possible. Now you can discover a variety of fabrications, streetwise silhouettes, beautiful jewelry, luggage, and accessories at Sutton's Jewelry. You'll find newly released designer and functional bags with fashionable and seasonal designs. Get excited about the new line of KU and K-State patterns. Vera Bradley is a leader in the latest trending handbags, luggage, and jewelry with styles that are sure to make a fashion statement. Sutton's Jewelry and Vera Bradley. Find them at 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
15-0 Louisburg as we head to the second period of play. So far, they have not moved the chains. Now they're going to do so. Won't take long as the ball at the 48-yard line. Pale has scored, but they missed the extra point. 7-6 Fort Scott. Early second period. Louisburg faces a fourth down and a short 3, and looks like they're going to go for it. Under center is Rutherford. Hand off to Moore. Moore got the first down, finding his way forward all the way to the 40-yard line. He had a head of steam and just kept the legs going, and the Cyclones couldn't stop him. Just inside the 41, 1st and 10. Into the first period at Pomona, Wellsville leads West Franklin 6-0. A game on KOFO.com. You can keep up to date on that one online, I should say. Here it's 15-0 Louisburg, early second period. And the Wildcats have a 1st and 10 at the Ottawa 41-yard line. Ridley in motion. Keeping his Rutherford. He's got an opening inside the 35. Cyclones are constantly biting on that belly series. Rutherford pulls it back, and he's got an opening almost every time to the outside. Second down and a long 3. Wing T formation this time. Handoff up the middle. And met after a gain of a couple yards is Blue Kaplinger. He's shy of the first down by about 1.5 yards, and it'll bring up a third down situation. And information on the 3A cross-country regional at Central Heights. The girls' race will start tomorrow at 9 o'clock. That is a change. Boys' race at 9:40. Third down and 2, we'll call it. And a reverse handoff goes again to Kaplinger, and Kaplinger forces his way inside the 30, but there's a flag on the play. Holding against the Wildcats. So that penalty will move it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And now a 3rd and 9 coming up for Louisburg. With 10:01 to play in the first half, Wildcats lead 15-0. Baldwin and Osawatomie at the end of one, 14-0 Bulldogs over the Trojans. Miege has tacked on a field goal. They lead DeSoto 10-0. 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. This time Rutherford out of the shotgun. Straight drop. He's under pressure. Rolls away from him, but then K.J. Savage wraps him up and sacks him back at around the 50-yard line. Ottawa blitzed that time, and it paid off, and it'll be a 4th down in a punting situation for Louisburg. Another touchdown for Wellsville. Eagles now lead 12-0 over West Franklin. Kick by Rutherford's away, and it's returnable. Picked up by Savage after he dropped it. He's across the 25 and out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Ottawa High with 8:53 to play in the half. At halftime, don't forget, we'll have the festivities, or the Wall of Honor recipients being introduced to the crowd here. We'll have that live for you. 1st and 10, Schaefer out of the pistol. Throws it out of the flat, and that was a poorly thrown ball. He had a man open out there. In fact, there was no coverage whatsoever on the slot receiver, and Schaefer faked into the line instead of just taking it and just directly throwing it. And when he did, he kind of threw it into the ground. 2nd down, 10. On 2nd down, and Ottawa's going to call a timeout here. Timeout will come with 8:50 to play in the second period. Louisburg leads 15-0, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
A college education means more today than ever before. And that's why Ottawa University strives to equip our students with the education needed to enter the workforce prepared to make an impact. With the addition of engineering, Ottawa University now offers 22 majors at the campus in Ottawa, Kansas, with even more programs available online. Contact us today to find out more at ottawa.edu or by calling 800-755-5200.
Ottawa uses its first time out of the half. 8:50 to play in the second period. Score update from Paola, where Fort Scott has scored again. They lead the Panthers 13-6. The Fort Scott win, combined with a Louisburg win, would assure Fort Scott of the district championship. Second and 10, Ottawa. They'll send Savage wide left, 2 men right. empty backfield this time for Ottawa. The throw, Schaefer steps up in the pocket, throws, has a man. Carlson with a nice catch. He's got the first down. He's to the 45, still on his feet, and still fighting for yardage. He's inside Louisburg territory, then fumbled the football, and I believe the Wildcats got it, unless it went out of bounds. We'll have to check and see. So either the ball went out of bounds or the Cyclones recovered. Great second, third, even fourth effort that time by Brandon Carlson, and Ottawa has the ball at the Wildcat 44. Osawatomie has scored a touchdown, picked up the 2-point conversion. They lead Baldwin 15-14. Schaefer has Devion Bethay behind him. He'll hand it off to Bethay, who finds an opening. He's inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. So that's a gain of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. Twin receivers each side. Schaefer, rolling right, throws, pass is incomplete. 2 players out in that same vicinity. Looked like it was intended for White, but Hack was over there as well, and it kind of all got tangled up with the defenders, and the pass falls incomplete. Third and 3, Ottawa. Clock inside, 8 minutes to play in the first half. Louisburg leads it 15-0. Another touchdown for Bishop Miege. Now 17-0. They lead over DeSoto. A little under 5 minutes to play in the half. On third down, handoff to Bethay, and Devion didn't get there. He got it just about to the 35-yard line, but he needed to reach the 34, and it's going to be a 4th down situation. So 4th and a couple. Carlson will bring the play call in from the bench. Ottawa missing several players here this evening. Joey Bellinger, John Nash, Cameron Reynolds all out. 4th and 2. Schaefer looks to throw. Pass is complete. Catch made by Xavi Bethay, and he's got the first down at the 31. So Ottawa with a nice drive here. They come up on 1st and 10. And to the left of the quarterback, Schaefer, is Devion Bethay. Pass out in the flat is complete. And short yardage that time for the receiver, who I believe was DJ Smith. We'll have to check it and see. Pickup of 3, 2nd down, 7 for the Cyclones. Schaefer calling signals. Handoff to Devion Bethay, looking for running room, and he cuts it against the grain, gets it inside the 25 and near the 23. He'll be shy of the first down by a couple of yards. 3rd and short upcoming. Baldwin has answered back with a score. They lead Osawatomie now 20-15. Must win for Osawatomie. Baldwin 1-0 in the district. Third down, let's call it 3 for the Cyclones. Hand off to Bethay once again, and Devion has the first down inside the 20 to about the 18.5. Carlson with the play comes into the Ottawa huddle. We're under 6 minutes to go in the first half. 15-0 Louisburg. The Cyclones driving. Blitz being shown. And keeping is Schaefer. He's to the 15 and down about the 14-yard line for a pickup of about 4. So that was a straight run that time by Schaefer, and he had blockers in front of him. Timeout called for by Louisburg. Comes with 5:20 to play in the first half. They lead Ottawa 15-0 and will return in 30 seconds. This is Ottawa High Football on KOFO.
Having a strong foundation and teamwork makes for a successful season. Working with the team at Dials Construction for your foundation and concrete needs makes for a successful and happy home. Turning your dreams into reality. Dial Dials Construction at 785-418-8211.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
Louisburg uses a timeout, try to get their defense in order here, as Ottawa has been on a pretty nice drive. They have reached the 14.5, have a second down and 6 coming up. Updated score for Myola, where the Mustangs lead Anderson County 14-6, second period. Trip receivers left, single man right. Long signal count, option left. Pitch back goes to Bethay. Bethay looking to turn the corner, and he's down near the first down sticks. Looks like he might have it at the 8-yard line. The Cyclones will have it first and goal at the Louisburg 8. Carlson goes wide to the left. Xavi Bethay and Savage wide right. First down goal, handoff to Bethay, and Devion doesn't get much, just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Under 5 to play first half. Game 6 of the American League Championship Series is in the third, 0-0, Yankees and Astros. Second down goal. Schaefer looks to throw, throws across the middle, and the pass is going to be cut for a touchdown. KJ Savage. And the Cyclones are on the board. So let's see if Ottawa is going to go for 2. No, they'll elect to kick the point here. Chad Bones on to try the extra point. Ball's down, and the kick is up, and it's good. Timeout on the field with 4:23 to play first half. It's now Louisburg 15 and Ottawa 7. We'll have the kickoff for you in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Community journalism is thriving at the Ottawa Herald. 3 days a week in print and every day online, the Herald's award-winning staff covers the news that matters to you. Breaking news, sports, events, and so much more. Just as the Herald has done for more than 140 years. Call 242-4700 to subscribe today, or find us online at www.ottawaherald.com, on Facebook, or download our app.
Cyclones with a nice drive covering over 70 yards. And they score on an 8-yard pass play. Caleb Schaefer to KJ Savage. And Chad Bones tacks on the extra point, and Ottawa back within 8. Payola scored, kicked the extra point. They're tied with Fort Scott with 4 to play in the half, 13-13. Baton Funk will kick it off. Braden Gage, one of the deep men. Can't tell who the other one is, I'm afraid. Maybe Kaplinger. We'll have to kind of take a look and see. An over-in kick, fielded at the 15-yard line. Across the 25 out to the 30 goes Charles Kuntz. And Louisburg will have it at the 30-yard line with 4:19 to play before half. Halftime at Bishop Miege, 17-0 Stags, leading the DeSoto Wildcats. Hand off, Austin Moore off the right side, trying to get outside, breaks into the open. He's to the 45 and across midfield, and finally brought down at the Cyclone 46. Touchdown saving tackle there by Shavi Beathe. They'll actually have the point of the football at the 45-yard line, so 1st and 10 on the nice run of 25 yards by Austin Moore. Rutherford under center. Keeping himself off the right side. Again, that hole's wide open. Ottawa just does not know how to defend that. And the play goes all the way down to the 35 for a gain of 10. Seesaw battle in Osawatomie. The Trojans have struck, and they've taken the lead over Baldwin, 22-20. Eudora leads Spring Hill at halftime, 6-0 Cardinals, that game at Eudora. Here it's 15-7 Louisburg. We're under 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the half. Handoff goes to Moore off the right guard, and Moore gets it inside the 30. There's a late penalty flag thrown. Holding against Louisburg, and that's going to negate a nice run. Moves the ball back all the way to the 45 of Ottawa, where it'll be 1st down and 20. Cyclones want to keep the Wildcats out of the end zone. They'll get the second half kickoff. On 1st and 20. Reverse. going to Ridley. Ridley being grabbed by Chad Bones and dragged to the ground. Nice play by Bones to hold on and stop Ridley after a gain of just a couple of yards. At the half, Santa Fe Trail and Jeff West, 0-0. Second down, 18. Clock ticking away. 2:38 to play in the half. Rutherford this time will be out of the shotgun. He'll send Moore in motion right. Dropping to throw. Screen pass up the middle. And pass is caught and major running room down the sidelines. And all the way inside the 15-yard line goes Christian Tasserud. That was drawn up beautifully. And the Wildcats will have it at the Cyclone 13, 1st and 10. Dole splits wide to the right. Rutherford under center. And off to Moore. Moore cuts it back against the grain, gets to the 10 for a gain of about 3. And we've got an injured Wildcat player. Stops the clock with 1:58 to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. So the Wildcat coaches and trainers out to take a look at the injured player. So we have a stoppage right here. Let's take a 30-second break. Louisburg leads Ottawa 15-7 with just under 2 minutes to play first half. We're back after this, and you're listening to Ottawa Cyclone football on KOFO.
Bones Transportation has been a family-owned and operated trucking company in Ottawa for over 50 years and a longtime supporter of Ottawa Cyclone athletics. They wish the Cyclone football team the best of luck this season. Bones Transportation in South Ottawa. Whether it's on the field as a player or tackling your yard as a weekend warrior, injuries happen. The Orthopedic Associates of Ottawa at Ransom Memorial Hospital can reduce your pain, increase your function, and get you back in the game. Find out how by visiting ransom.org.
Injured Wildcat was Christian Tosterud. He's on his feet and walking off under his own power. That's certainly good news. It'll be second down 7 coming up here when we get back to action. Don't forget we have Ottawa University football for you tomorrow afternoon. It's homecoming at OU. And the Braves take on the St. Mary Spires. 1 o'clock kickoff, 12 o'clock pregame with Bob Johnson on 1220 and 103.7 FM. At the half, Iola leads Anderson County 17-6 in a 4A Division II district game at Iola. Still waiting to get back to action here. The Advantage Electric halftime show comes up here in just a couple, 3 minutes. Rutherford under center, or check that on the out of the shotgun. He'll pitch it back to Braden Gage, who came in motion, and Gage gets it down to the 5. He'll be shy of the first down by about a yard, 3rd and 1. Let's call it 3rd and 2. Clock is running, 1:18 to go in the half. Rutherford out of the shotgun. Right behind him is Austin Moore. Moore gets the handoff, or appears to have the first down. And it'll be close. They didn't give him a particularly favorable spot. And it will be fourth down. Fourth down, less than a yard. So a big play right here for the Cyclone defense. They need to get a stop. Rutherford will work from under center. Play clock down to 9. And a timeout called for first. And charge it to Louisburg with 21 seconds to play in the half. They lead Ottawa 15-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone football on KOFO.
When quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today and make sure your heating and cooling system is ready for the season at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
21 seconds to play in the half. Louisburg has a fourth down and 1 at the Ottawa 4. Score update from Pomona. West Franklin's on the board with about a minute and a half to play in the first half. They trail Wellsville 12-8 on our KOFO Game of the Week on KOFO.com. Rutherford will work from under center here. Officials blow the ball ready for play. Moore, the handoff. Moore is into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisburg. So just what Ottawa was trying to avoid. Wildcats score with just 17 seconds left to play in the half. And now Barnes will try to add the extra point. Bit of a high snap. Kicks up, though. And the kick is good. 17 seconds to play before the end of the first half. The score is now Louisburg 22 and Ottawa 7. Kickoff coming your way in 30 seconds on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Austin Moore with his second touchdown of the night. Now 22-7 Louisburg. Updated score from Osawatomie, where Baldwin has gone back on top, 28-22 over Osawatomie. Halftime at Paola. Fort Scott and the Panthers tied up 13-13. Twin safeties deep for Ottawa. Let's see if Louisburg kicks it deep or just a little ground ball kick with 17 seconds on the clock. They'll kick a little pooch. Chad Bones will field. Bones will get it out to the 45-yard line and stop there. So that stops the clock with 11.3 to play in the half. Time enough probably for a couple of plays. Linden shutting out Chase County tonight, 28-0. That's a halftime score. (22-7) here. Louisburg with the lead. Ottawa comes up. They've got Schaefer in the pistol with Devion Bethay behind him. Schaefer will throw out in the flat to Bethay, looking to create, and nothing there. He'll be stopped for no gain. And that's the final play of the first half. We're at halftime here at Steve Grogan Stadium. And our score, Louisburg 22, Ottawa 7. We'll be back after this 2-minute break. You're listening to Ottawa Cyclone football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show on KOFO. Everyone wants an Advantage, right? So when it comes to your electric needs, how do you get one? You hire Advantage Electric. Why? You get the advantage of credible and professional crews who can get the job done, whether it's large and industrial or small and residential. You get the advantage of their years of experience and working right here in your own community. And you get the advantage of knowing that Advantage Electric will be there for you should you have problems, questions, or even a new custom lighting idea. Get the advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
The registered nurse practitioners at the new Ottawa Care Clinic inside Cosentino's Price Chopper are there for you to treat minor illnesses, and they can provide school or camp physicals. No appointment is necessary. The Ottawa Care Clinic inside Price Chopper. Call 785-214-4903.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
You've heard it said, a house is only as solid as the foundation it's built on, but who bothers to check on their foundation? I mean, when's the last time you crawled out of your house or took time to inspect your basement? And would you even know what you were looking for in the first place? Luckily, we have Dials Construction. They've got the skills to find and correct issues before something bad happens and you have to move into a motel for a couple of months till the water gets pumped out and repairs are made. Dial Construction's also your go-to place for decks, fences, garages, roofing, framing, and more. 785-418-8211. So Dials.
Ford President's Award-winning dealership, locally owned, and the lowest pricing on new Fords in Kansas City. For huge savings, visit Bob Allen Ford and choose from new 2017 Ford Escape SEs as low as $299 per month or $19,881 after the Ford rebates. How about a stylish new 2017 Ford Fusion SE as low as $279 per month or $18,500 after the Ford rebates. Shop online from 2 great locations in Overland Park at boballenford.com and now in Ottawa, Kansas at boballenfordottawa.com. Excludes taxes and fees, 75-month term with approved credit.
Halftime here on senior night, and the Ottawa Cyclones trail Louisburg 22-7. Wildcats scored on their opening possession. They went 83 yards, converting a couple of big third down situations and scoring on a 6-yard run by junior running back Austin Moore. Drake Barnes' extra point made it 7-0. And then after Ottawa turned it over on a fumble, just 2 plays, and Madden Rutherford scoring on a quarterback keeper 45 yards away. After a penalty on the Cyclones, they went for 2 and more with the 2-point conversion run to make it 15-0. Stayed that way until the 4:23 mark of the second period. Ottawa on a nice drive. They went 70 yards and scored on an 8-yard pass play from Caleb Schaefer to KJ Savage. Chad Bones' extra point made it 15-7. And if the Cyclones could hold, they get the ball first in the second half. Looked like they might be in pretty good shape, but unfortunately the Cyclones could not hold. Louisburg went on a 70-yard drive of their own, scored on a 4-yard run by Moore, and Barnes added the extra point with just 17 seconds to play in the half. And the Cyclones trail here at intermission by the score of 22-7. We welcome you to the Advantage Electric halftime show here on KOFO. And let's get you up to date on other scores around the area. We haven't seen an updated score on Central Heights and Osage City for a while. The Indians were leading the Vikings 21-0 in the first period. Late first half, it was Wellsville leading West Franklin in our KOFO game of the week, 12-8. Let's see if that's gone to halftime yet. Try to find that out real quick. Well, go on. Baldwin leading Osawatomie 28-22 late first half. At halftime, Miege was beating DeSoto in a battle of unbeatens 17-0. And now Eudora leading at halftime over Spring Hill 6-0. At this point in time, I think we're going to turn it over to Ottawa High School public address announcer Derek Chappell for tonight's Wall of Honor honorees.
Ignition at Ottawa Honor graduates. The Wall of Honor is located in the Cyclone Room at Ottawa High, and with tonight's inductees, it now includes 66 of the most successful and influential graduates of Ottawa High School. Tonight, we introduce you to the Wall of Honor inductees for 2017. Our first Wall of Honor inductee for 2017 is the late First Lieutenant Bernice F. Bud Humphrey. He was nominated by Robert Gage, was being escorted tonight by Justine French. First Lieutenant Bernice F. Bud Humphrey graduated from Ottawa High School in 1928 and the University of Kansas in 1938. Upon graduating from KU, where he was an honor student and cadet captain of ROTC, received his commission, and in 1931 was assigned to duty on the island of Corregidor in the Philippines. During the desperate defense of the island against the Japanese, he was twice awarded the Silver Star, our nation's third highest military decoration for valor in combat. The citations noted, in part, that he voluntarily left his sheltered position during heavy artillery shelling to aid stricken and helpless comrades. He survived brutal conditions as a prisoner of war, but died on October 24, 1944, when the Aris San Maru, a Japanese ship unmarked as transporting prisoners of war, was mistakenly and tragically sunk by an American submarine. Of 1,775 prisoners of war, only 8 survived. After the war, the officer who mailed the medals to his family noted, quote, "No one could read of the heroism of Lieutenant Humphrey without standing in awe and reverence at his valor and unselfish devotion to duty." Bud Humphrey's name is enshrined in the KU World War II Memorial, Campanile. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the late Bud Humphrey and his family, please welcome Mr. Robert Gage with a round of applause. Our second Wall of Honor inductee for 2007, retired Lieutenant Commander Vernon Hay, escorted tonight by Lauren Dandrio. He was nominated by his brother, Bob Hay. Vernon Hay graduated from Ottawa High School in 1955. From the University of Kansas with a Bachelor of Science in 1959 and the Navy Supply Corps School the same year. He received an MBA from the University of New Haven in 1974. Vernon Hay is the sixth child of Raymond and Jenny Hay. He was raised in rural Franklin County, where his primary education was in a one-room schoolhouse. He attributes many of his achievements and work ethic to the tutelage of several outstanding teachers at Ottawa High School, most notably the encouragement of Principal Leroy Hood to pursue the U.S. Navy Scholarship Program. Upon graduation from KU, Vernon received a regular commission as a Supply Corps officer in the U.S. Navy. He participated in multiple deployments to the Mediterranean during the height of the Cold War. He was subsequently assigned to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, as contracting officer during the Cuban crisis, and was the senior fiscal officer for Commander Fleet Air Western Pacific for 3 years during the Vietnam conflict. Following retirement from the Navy, he became involved with hospital administration, initially as Director of Materials Management and subsequently as Corporate Logistics Officer for a health system comprised of 3 hospitals, a medical university, and over 30 surgical centers and clinics. A major professional accomplishment was the pioneering of a third-party natural gas purchase in the upper Midwest, his third career, purchasing energy for a large German multinational corporation. Upon returning to Kansas, Vern and his wife Polly settled in Council Grove, where he became involved with numerous service organizations and successfully ran for 2 four-year terms as Morris County Commissioner. One of his proudest accomplishments was being a founding member and 2-term president of the Flint Hills Regional Council, which is dedicated to economic development while maintaining the ambiance of the Flint Hills region. Vernon is married to Mary P. Baxter Polly of Buxton, Maine, and they have 2 grown sons, Mitchell and Jeffrey. Ladies and gentlemen, retired Lieutenant Commander Vernon Hay. Our third Wall of Honor inductee for 2017 is Mr. Scott Bird. Scott was nominated by his mother, Norma, being escorted tonight by Ottawa High School student Mariah Geschwindner. Scott Bird graduated from Ottawa High School in 1975, received a Bachelor of Arts from Ottawa University in 1991, and then Calvary Theological Seminary, an MS, in 2011. While at Ottawa High, Scott served 2 years on the Student Council, played in the marching band with the pit orchestra for 2 school musicals. He participated in cross-country and on the track team. During his sophomore year, he met Beverly Gammett, class of 74. They began dating during his junior year and were married in 1977. They have 2 children and 5 grandchildren. After a short stint at Pittsburgh State University and 5 years working for Lloyd Builders in Ottawa, Scott joined the City of Ottawa as an entry-level power plant operator in 1981. He was promoted to assistant superintendent in 1984. After achieving a bachelor's degree in 1991, he was transferred to City Hall as city accountant. In 1992, he was named acting city clerk, director of finance, and in 1993 promoted to the position of city clerk, director of finance. He has also served 2 terms as interim city manager. Scott is a 1991 graduate of Ottawa University with a BA in accounting. He became a certified municipal clerk in 1996 and was recognized as City Clerk of the Year in 2005 by the City Clerk Municipal Finance Officers Association of the state of Kansas. In 2010, he completed the requirements for Master Municipal Clerk, the highest professional designation recognized by the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. He is a member of the City Clerk and Municipal Finance Officers Association of Kansas, the Kansas Government Finance Officers Association, and their national affiliates. In 2011, he completed a master's degree in Bible and Theology from Calvary Theological Seminary and serves as pastor for Cornerstone Church of Ottawa. He has served on a variety of city and community activities, including the 1996 move of the Ottawa City Hall to its current location, the Y2K Transition Committee, the 2015 Sales Tax Initiative, as well as providing leadership to local Boy Scout units, Habitat for Humanity, Leadership Franklin County, and Friends of COF. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Scott Bird. Another round of applause for all of our 2017 Wall of Honor inductees. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
We're at halftime of the ball game here, and Louisburg leads Ottawa 22-7. We're back with more on the Advantage Electric halftime show after this 2-minute break. This is Ottawa High Football on KOFO.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric halftime show on KOFO.
When it comes to electricity, if you don't know what you're doing, you might be shocked at the outcome. Is your fuse box hot to the touch? Do you even have a fuse box? Do your lights flicker when the air conditioner comes on? Are you worried about power surges in your expensive electronics? You try to solve these problems yourself, it can be a hair-raising experience. Get the advantage when it comes to handling these issues by calling Advantage Electric. Professional crews with years of experience can solve the problem and leave you fully charged for other, less dangerous projects.
Oh my God, honey, look, the plunger worked.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main, or call them 418-1218.
It's not just state-of-the-art dentistry in Ottawa that Dr. Richard Hale provides. You can get that same care at his new office in Garnett on Highway 59. For wisdom teeth, dentures, root canals, extractions, and routine dental care, call 785-242-1800.
Technology, mobile banking. I totally heart my bank.
Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The City of Ottawa proudly supports the student athletes at Ottawa High School and wishes the Cyclone football team the best of luck this season. Find information about city events, bill paying, or current employment opportunities by visiting online at ottawaks.gov.
A college education means more today than ever before. And that's why Ottawa University strives to equip our students with the education needed to enter the workforce prepared to make an impact. With the addition of engineering, Ottawa University now offers 22 majors at the campus in Ottawa, Kansas, with even more programs available online. Contact us today to find out more at ottawa.edu or by calling 800-755-5200.
Back here at Steve Grogan Stadium, where we're now being entertained by the Ottawa High School marching band. Lewisburg leads in the ballgame 22-7, 2 touchdown runs by Austin Moore, another one by quarterback Madden Rutherford. Ottawa's score coming on an 8-yard pass play from Caleb Schaefer to KJ Savage. Other scores, these are all halftime scores with one exception. The last score we had on Osage City and Central Heights, the Indians were leading the Vikings 21-0, but that was in the first period. We have nothing new to report on that ball game. At halftime of our KOFO game of the week, Wellsville and West Franklin hooked up in a good one, and the Eagles lead the Falcons 12-8 at half in Pomona. Baldwin at half over Osawatomie 35-22. Bulldogs scored with no time remaining in the first half to open up that 13-point lead. Just underway in the third period, Bishop Miege 17, DeSoto nothing. At the half, Eudora leads Spring Hill 6-0. Paola and Fort Scott tied at 13. Iola was leading Anderson County at halftime 17-6. Linden undefeated, leading Chase County 28-0 at the half. And Santa Fe Trail and with Jefferson West 0-0. That also is a halftime score. Don't forget, next week, Ottawa will be at Fort Scott, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:40 pregame on KOFO. And the high school football scoreboard show comes your way tonight at 10:06. 22-7, Louisburg leads at intermission, and we're back after this 2-minute break on the Advantage Electric halftime show. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric halftime show on KOFO. Everyone wants an Advantage, right? So when it comes to your electric needs, how do you get one? You hire Advantage Electric. Why? You get the advantage of credible and professional crews who can get the job done, whether it's large and industrial or small and residential. You get the advantage of their years of experience and working right here in your own community. And you get the advantage of knowing that Advantage Electric will be there for you should you have problems, questions, or even a new custom lighting idea. Get the advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
Messenger's Home Furnishings in South Ottawa has a huge selection of sofas, love seats, recliners, tables, and chairs. Choose from hundreds, even thousands of fabrics and wood finishes, too. Visit Messenger's Home Furnishings in Ottawa, or for more information, go to messengershomefurnishings.com.
Whether it's on the field as a player or tackling your yard as a weekend warrior, injuries happen. The Orthopedic Associates of Ottawa at Ransom Memorial Hospital can reduce your pain, increase your function, and get you back in the game. Find out how by visiting ransom.org.
You've heard it said, a house is only as solid as the foundation it's built on, but who bothers to check on their foundations? I mean, when's the last time you crawled out of your house or took time to inspect your basement? Would you even know what you were looking for in the first place? Luckily, we have Dials Construction. They've got the skills to find and correct issues before something bad happens and you have to move into a motel for a couple of months till the water gets pumped out and repairs are made. Dial Construction's also your go-to place for decks, fences, garages, roofing, framing, and more. 785-418-8211. So Dials.
Bones Transportation has been a family-owned and operated trucking company in Ottawa for over 50 years and a longtime supporter of Ottawa Cyclone Athletics. They wish the Cyclone football team the best of luck this season. Bones Transportation in South Ottawa.
Back here at halftime, Louisburg leading Ottawa 22-7. Let's take a look at the Cyclone and OU sports calendar for the week. As far as the other sports, for fall season at OHS, they are in postseason play starting tomorrow as cross country will run at regional at Burlington. Volleyball will be at Substate at Paola. Their first round opponent will be Spring Hill, with the winner advancing to take on the winner between Paola and Louisburg. And boys soccer will have a play-in game in the regional at Columbus, and that will be Monday afternoon. So postseason play for cross-country volleyball, boys soccer, and, of course, the girls' tennis season has completed. Again, OU football is in action tomorrow afternoon at home against the University of St. Mary. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. 12 o'clock is pregame here on KOFO. Cross-country runs at the Midwest Classic at Southwestern College tomorrow. Women's wrestling participates in the Cliff King Duels in Oklahoma City tomorrow. Bowling is at the Hammer Sandhills Classic tomorrow and Sunday. Soccer, men's and women's soccer, will be at home against Tabor tomorrow. I believe the ladies play at about 5:30, I want to say, and the guys at 7:30, and that will be at Peoples Bank Field. On Wednesday, there will be an action at Sterling, And volleyball will be on the road at Rockhurst on Tuesday. It's going to take on a Division II opponent, and then back home for a match against the Tabor Blue Jays in KCAC play, and that will be on Wednesday, October the 25th. Once again, don't forget the high school football scoreboard show coming your way tonight at 10:06. Also, Ken Kessinger show each Tuesday evening live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. And we'll be talking Braves football, the game against University of St. Mary tomorrow, and also previewing next week's game against the Sterling Warriors. And Bob Johnson has that program for you each Tuesday at 7:06, again live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. Scores, once again, that we have for you. These are almost all halftime scores. Osage City leading Central Heights. Last score we had, this is not a halftime score, 21-0 Osage City. Wellsville and West Franklin, real good one over at Pomona tonight, 12-8 Wellsville at halftime, and that game can be heard on KOFO.com. Baldwin leads Osawatomie at half, 35-22. It's Miege 17, DeSoto nothing at the half. Eudora shutting out Spring Hill 6-0 in intermission. Fort Scott and Paola, a big game over at Paola tonight, and they're tied up 13 apiece, headed to the third period. Iola leads Anderson County 17-6. It's Linden shutting out Chase County 28-0. And Jeff West and Santa Fe Trail 0-0 at halftime. Again, 22-7, Louisburg with the lead here, and that will do it for our Advantage Electric halftime show. And we'll be back with more after this 2-minute break. You are listening to Ottawa Cyclone football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Having a strong foundation and teamwork makes for a successful season. Working with a team at Dials Construction for your foundation and concrete needs makes for a successful and happy home. Turning your dreams into reality. Dial Dials Construction at 785-418-8211.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
The City of Ottawa proudly supports the student athletes at Ottawa High School and wishes the Cyclone football team the best of luck this season. Find information about city events, bill paying, or current employment opportunities by visiting online at ottawaks.gov.
Chad Bruner, Director of the Ottawa Recreation Commission.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission would like to thank all of our volunteers for their service in helping with the ORC. These individuals play an important role in everything we do here. From all the ORC staff and board members, thank you.
The most trusted name in heating and cooling is Adamson Brothers. Let us make sure your air conditioner is ready to handle the hottest days of the year. Call today and schedule a tune-up with our air conditioning experts. 242-9273.
Senior night here at Ottawa High School. Before the game, of course, we had recognition of senior football players along with several other fall activities here at OHS. And, of course, at halftime, as you heard, we had the Wall of Honor inductees being honored here in front of this good crowd at Steve Grogan Stadium. Louisburg leads 22-7. Wildcats have scored on two Austin Moore touchdown runs, one of 6, one of 4 yards. 45-yard run by quarterback Madden Rutherford. Ottawa score, KJ Savage, 8-yard touchdown reception from Caleb Schaefer. A couple of score updates, early third period. Fort Scott has taken the lead over Paola, 20-13. And Santa Fe Trail has gotten on the board against Jefferson West. They lead the Tigers 6-0 in the third. Ottawa will get the third quarter kickoff. Wind continues to blow strongly for the team moving as we see it left to right. Ottawa, of course, travels to Fort Scott for the regular season finale a week from tonight. They will see one of the best backs in the state of Kansas in Zach Buell. He has 176 yards in that game against Paola this evening. Louisburg will conclude its regular season at home next week against Paola in a renewal of that very strong rivalry. Ordinarily, it would be the game that would decide the winner of the district, and there have been very few years when Paola and Louisburg weren't in the same district. Actually, when Ottawa's been in 4A, there have been very few years where they weren't in that district right along with them. So the captains will talk things over at the 50-yard line once again with the officials. See if we can get you any other score updates. By the way, the Yankees and Astros were still tied up 0-0. That game in the fifth in Houston. Houston has to win to force a seventh game. The Dodgers already in the World Series after beating the Cubs last night. DeSoto got to the red zone against Miege, but field goal attempt was no good, so they're still down 17-0. That is in the late third period. We'll see what Louisburg wants as far as side of the field here in the third period. That's their option with the Cyclones getting the football to start the third quarter. I imagine they'd want Ottawa moving into the win in the fourth period, but we'll just have to wait and see. And that is indeed going to be the case. Ottawa's going to move left to right here in the third quarter. Most likely the final home game for seniors Devion Bethe, Caleb Schaefer, Joey Bellinger, Alex Trinkle, Peyton Funk, Corey Hack, John Nash, who unfortunately is out tonight, Peyton Schaefer, Dawson Bruce, and Nick Byer. Cyclones have some talent at the younger levels, but these seniors have been a major part of this year's team, and several of them played a very important role on last year's 8-3 team. Xavi Bethe and Devion Bethe will be back deep for Ottawa, awaiting the kick of Drake Barnes. Like they're going to go maybe with the pooch kick once again here. We'll see. Referees just about ready to get started here. And it is a little pooch kick fielded by Chad Bones. He's brought down immediately at the 42-yard line by Tanner Belcher. But that's good field position for the Cyclones. They'll take that. Cyclones with the one good drive, scoring on the 8-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Schaefer to KJ Savage. Iola now leading Anderson County 20-6 in that 4A Division II district game. Empty backfield this time to start the third period for Ottawa. From the 41-yard line in motion comes Elias White. And it's a keeper by Schaefer after a fake to White, and nothing there, as in there to make the stop was Garrett Lowry for the Wildcats. Chad Bones brings the play call in. He'll split wide left here on second down along with Xavi Bethe. KJ Savage, lone man this direction. Devion Bethe is behind quarterback Schaefer, who works out of the pistol. Handoff Bethe out the left guard, and he buries his head, picks up a couple of yards out to the 43. There's just not much in the way of a hole there tonight for the Ottawa running backs. Let's call that a gain of a yard, actually. It'll be third down and 9. West Franklin has taken the lead over Wellsville in the third quarter, 14-12. Falcons with the lead. A game on KOFO.com. To throw Schaefer. He throws out in the flat. He's got a man open and fighting for first down yardage. And it looks like he got it just inside Louisburg territory. Catch was made over there by Brandon Carlson, it appears. They needed 9. They got 10. First down for the Cyclones. So West Franklin now leads Wellsville 14-12. Cyclones come up. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Option right. Late pitch goes to Bethe, trying to turn the corner, and he's going to get wrapped up. Just couldn't head up field. Had he done that, he might have gotten something. Devion appears to be a little shaken up. He's going to lose about 3 yards on the play back to the Cyclone 48. .9:37 to play in the third period. 22-7, Louisburg leads. Schaefer calling signals. Handoff goes to Bethe. He tries to cut it against the grain, breaks a tackle inside the 40 and down to the 39-yard line and close to a first down. Nice run that time by the senior, who has really had his struggles this season. It's just shy of first down yardage. It'll be a 3rd and 1. Teams have keyed on Bethe throughout the year. He's been hampered by a number of minor injuries, fortunately just minor. 3rd and 1 Cyclones. Like Savage in the backfield this time. No, it's Xavi Bethe. He's got the first down. He goes around the corner, breaks a tackle, and he gets it to about the 35 before he's snowed under. So Xavi Bethe picks up the first down for Ottawa at the 35. High school football scoreboard show comes your way tonight at 10:06. DJ Smith brings the play call in from the bench, replacing Gabe Setters. 1st and 10. Xavi Bethe is the running back. On the inside reverse, handoff goes to Smith, and Smith gets it inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. There's a flag, though, thrown back near the line of scrimmage, and this one most likely will come back. Talking things over with the Wildcat captain. It's a dead ball foul, personal foul against Ottawa. And offsetting penalties. This is the same for Louisburg. So it's a dead ball foul. The play will stand. So the dead ball foul, the play should stand. Let's check it and make sure that's true. There's a gain on the play of almost 8 yards. Second down, let's call it second down and 3. Savage split this side as a receiver. Bones to the far side. Blitz being shown up the middle. Option right. Pitch back goes to Smith. Smith gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So third down 3 for Ottawa. Wellsville's retaken the lead on West Franklin, 18-14 Eagles now. (22-7) Louisburg here. Ottawa with a threat. Pitch back goes to Xavi Bethe. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's got the first down and has run out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Ball spotted at the 23, 1st and 10, Ottawa. This drive started at the Cyclone 42. It's taken a little over 4 minutes. Pitch back goes once again to Bethe, and he slips. And the ball comes loose, and Louisburg's going to recover it. They stripped the ball from Xavi Bethe, who slipped as he went to make a cut. And the Wildcats get it at their own 38. That's huge. Miege now leads DeSoto 24-0 in the third. Check that, that's in the fourth. There's actually a holding penalty on Ottawa that was declined. So a promising drive stopped by the fumble. Rutherford under center. His running back is Moore. Moore gets the handoff off the right side. Nice hold. He crosses the 45 and is near the first down at the 47.5. Caleb Schaefer made the tackle, but not before a 9-yard gain. Officials timeout. I guess they'll bring the chains across to measure. Tomorrow afternoon, it's Ottawa University football on KOFO. Braves take on the University of St. Mary Spires. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff and a 12 o'clock pregame. Can't be there in person. It is homecoming. Be nice to get you out there, but if you can't be there, sure to join us on radio. OU football tomorrow on 1220 and 103.7 FM. The measurement proved that it was short by about the length of the football. So 2nd down and 1. Our best wishes going out to the OHS cross-country and volleyball teams participating in regional and sub-state action tomorrow. Moore in the handoff, breaks into Cyclone territory. He is down to the 46. And OHS boys soccer, they've had a rough year, still looking for their first win. They'll play in the play-in game on Monday at Columbus. Carson Coopy comes into the Cyclone lineup on the defensive line. 1st and 10 Louisburg. They'll send Doles wide to the right. Rutherford hands it off again to Moore. He breaks tackles. He gets it inside the 40. That's a gain of 8. 6:27 to play, third quarter. Louisburg 22, Ottawa 7. Wildcats driving after recovering the fumble. Early fourth quarter, Santa Fe Trail leading Jeff West 6-0. Keeping is Rutherford, trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be run out of bounds for no gain. That time the Cyclones read that play well. A little misdirection, and Rutherford actually ended up losing a yard. So 3rd down 3 upcoming. Fort Scott still leads Paola 20-13 at the end of 3. Rutherford under center. He'll hand it off to Moore, who's got a big hole in the first down and much more. He's inside the 25 and all the way down to the 22. Actually, they're going to mark him close to the 20. So 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 20-yard line. Handoff Moore off the left side this time, and he's down inside the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisburg. Third touchdown of the night for Austin Moore. And that makes it 28-7 with the extra point attempt upcoming. Barnes in to try it out of the hold of Rutherford. Liège has scored again. 31-0 over DeSoto. Kicks blocked. And there's timeout on the field. With 5:30 to play, third period, it's Louisburg 28, Ottawa 7. And we're back after this 30-second timeout with the kickoff. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
62-yard drive by the Wildcats after the fumble recovery, and they now lead Ottawa 28-7 on the 20-yard run by Austin Moore. Wellsville has scored again. They've bumped their lead over West Franklin to 10, 24-14 Eagles. That game on KOFO.com. Final score, Prairie View beat Bishop Ward tonight 63-0. And so that's going to set up a big game next week against Baldwin. Baldwin was leading in the third against Osawatomie 35-22. We don't have an update for you on that score. Anderson County has scored, but they still trail Iola 20-12 in the fourth. Kick is away. It's a short kick. Fielded by KJ Savage. KJ trying to spin away from a tackle, but a nice open field tackle made at the 37-yard line by Desmond Doles. Savage breaks that tackle, and it might have been off to the races, but a good play by Doles, and Ottawa has it at the 37, needing something good here to happen to get back in this ball game. Ottawa started the second half with a nice drive, got the ball down inside the 25-yard line, but then fumbled it away. And Ottawa's got to burn a timeout here as they had trouble with the formation they wanted, so they'll take it right here. We're going to stay right here, I believe. Next week, Ottawa travels to Fort Scott for the final game of the regular season. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff with a 6:40 Wise Guys Construction Cyclone pregame show. We'll also have our weekly interview with Coach Rob Hedrick. Nice evening for football here, although the wind is blowing rather briskly. And, of course, we had the threat for thunderstorms tomorrow late afternoon and into the evening. Now we're ready for football again. First and 10 Ottawa at their own 36.5. Xavi Bethe is the running back. Devion is on the sideline right now. Pass out in the flat, caught by Savage. Savage down the sideline, breaking tackles, and he's out of bounds at the 48 of Louisburg. One thing that you have to look at this Ottawa team and you think, man, if you can get the ball to some of these playmakers that they've got and give them some room to maneuver, but they just haven't been able to do it on a consistent basis. Now, a number of these guys are coming back next year. You have to think about who's going to play quarterback next year, of course. Option right, pitch back goes to Xavi Bethe. Xavi to the 45, 43, penalty flag thrown. Another penalty flag thrown. Two thrown in the same place but about a 5-second difference. It's a hold against Ottawa. Spot of the foul penalty here in high school football. And so to push it back into Cyclone territory at the 44, where it will be first down and 18. Santa Fe Trail has scored again. They bumped their lead over Jeff West to 12-0. Chargers have Holton next week. Holton and Hayden were locked up in a battle. Hayden was leading early fourth period in that ball game. First down, 18. Blitz coming up the middle. Schaefer steps up, looking for somebody, looking downfield, now throws deep downfield. That pass is going to be caught by Savage. Savage inside the 15, still on his feet to the 11. Well, Caleb Schaefer bought some time with his feet, rolled out to the right, and found K.J. Savage for a big play. And the Cyclones have it at the Louisburg 11, first and 10. Updated score from Osawatomie. Baldwin now leads the Trojans 43-22. And another score, 50-22. Baldwin over Osawatomie. Handoff, Xavi Bethe breaks a tackle. He's to the 5 and down to around the 4-yard line. Got him down at the 3. It'll be second down 2. Wellsville and West Franklin now at the end of 3 with the Eagles leading the Falcons 24-14. Second and 2, Ottawa. Schaefer out of the pistol. Xavier Bethea behind him. And we got a whistle and a flag down. That'll be against the Cyclones for a false start. So instead of second and 2, now second and 7. The ball back at the 10. Twin receivers right, single man left. Louisburg moving on defense, trying to get positioned. Hand off to Xavi. Xavi headed for the pylon. He's going to be out of bounds at around the 5, and it'll bring up a third down situation. Third, and let's call it 4. 3 minutes, 31 seconds to play, third period. Schaefer calling signals. Inside handoff to Bethea, and not much there. That's a strange call in that situation when you've got a man that's been able to have a pretty good opportunity to get to the outside, and now there's an injured Cyclone on the field. And you're running the ball in between the guards. See who the injured Ottawa player is. Paola has tied up the game against Fort Scott. 20-20 with 7 minutes to go. So injured Ottawa player at about the 3-yard line. High school football scoreboard show comes your way in about an hour here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Nick Gosnell, your host. And injured Ottawa player gets to his feet. It's one of the linemen. Let's see if we get the number on it here. Looks like Nick Byer. Limping, but coming off under his own power. Ottawa facing a 4th down and 3. So Ottawa now in a huddle. Louisburg over along the sideline in a huddle. Another score for Iola. They lead Anderson County now 26-12. Tight formation for the Cyclones here on 4th down and a short 3. So let's see what they're going to do. Schaefer looks to throw, fade pattern, and the ball will be caught for the touchdown. KJ Savage with his second touchdown reception of the ball game. And that makes it 28-13. Still a lot of time in this ball game. Ottawa's going to go for the single point here. Bones on to try it. Devion Bethe will do the holding. High snap. But Bones has his kick blocked. So there's timeout on the field with 3:05 to play, third period. The score is now Louisburg 28 and Ottawa 13. And we'll have the kickoff for you in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone football on KOFO.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, now open and serving you at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. As a former Cyclone, I wish this year's team all the best. For your best wellness care and chiropractic needs, call my office at 785-893-8272.
Ottawa High School staff and faculty, along with the administration of USD 290, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck. And go Cyclones.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279 CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
58-yard drive for the Cyclones. And they score on the 3-yard pass play. Schaefer to Savage on fourth down. Peyton Funk will kick it away. Wellsville answering the challenge from West Franklin. They scored again to make it 32-14 Eagles. Two men back deep, but I don't think Louisburg believes this ball is going deep. Final score, Bishop Miege beats DeSoto tonight 31-0. Funk does kick it deep, and it pushes the receiver out to the side and down the sidelines into Ottawa territory. Goes Charles Kuntz on a fine kickoff return. He took it at the 15 and got it all the way down to the Cyclone 46. So inadequate kick coverage that time by Ottawa High. And Louisburg has the ball at the Cyclone 47. So DeSoto no longer undefeated for a playoff game that probably has no business ever being played. Osawatomie scored. They trail Baldwin 50-28. Handoff to Austin Moore, and Moore dives forward for about 5 to the 42. Just get an idea of what we're talking about here. First game of the season, DeSoto beat Ottawa 30-8. That's the closest anybody had played the Wildcats up till tonight, and Miege shuts them out 31-0. Anybody who thinks that Bishop Miege needs to be playing at this level is kidding themselves. Second down 5 after the 5-yard gain by Moore. Back to throw is Rutherford, rolling right now. Penalty flag is down. They'll throw it, and that pass is intercepted. Chad Bones thinks he got it. The officials are huddling right there at the spot where Bones went down, and they think, I believe the Cyclones have gotten the interception. It's a holding penalty against Louisburg, and Ottawa gets the turnover. Well, Rutherford did not throw a good pass there at all, and now Ottawa gets it back at the 33 with 2 minutes to go in the third period. The Cyclones' offense has been better here tonight than it has been the last several weeks. They're playing a little bunged up, though. John Nash is out on that offensive line. Cameron Reynolds, who's played quite a bit, is out, and Nick Myers on the sideline right now. Let's see if Ottawa can keep that offensive momentum going here after the interception by Bones. Schaefer looks to throw. Throws it out in the flat. He's got Xavi Bethe. Xavi puts on the afterburners. 40 and out of bounds at the 43 near a first down. Looks like he picked up the first down at the 44. Bones replaces Carlson in the Ottawa lineup. He'll split far sideline along with White. First and 10, Ottawa. Three-man front for Louisburg now. Handoff to Xavi. Xavi to the 50. Xavi to the 45 to the 43. Clock stopped momentarily with 1:47 to play, third period. Wellsville leading West Franklin in the fourth, 32-14. First and 10, Ottawa High. Trap play and sniffed out well by the Wildcats as it went to DJ Smith, and he stopped for a loss of about a yard. Fort Scott has scored. 3:23 left to go in that one, and it's Tigers 27, Panthers 20 over at Paola. Here it's 28-13, Louisburg with about a minute to go, third period. Pass. Oh, he got a fly pattern. He found his guy Smith, and he dropped it. Oh, man. Smith had broken free of the coverage, and he just couldn't haul it in. So 3rd and 11. Oh, my. That would have gone for 6. They had the secondary coming up thinking it was a run. Carlson splits to the far side, Savage near side. From the 45 of Louisburg, 3rd and 11, blitz being shown. Schaefer to throw. He's got time. He heaves it up in the air. It's going to be up for grabs. It's going to be intercepted. Ill-advised pass there by Caleb Schaefer. Good coverage by the Wildcats, and they intercept the ball at about the 9-yard line. 3rd turnover of the night for the Cyclones. Each time it has stopped an Ottawa drive, and each time after that, the first 2 times, Louisburg's gone down and scored. Rutherford from under center. Handoff goes to Moore, and Moore gets yardage out to around the 15. Second down, 4 coming up. This may well be the last play of the third period. Moore again gets the handoff off the right side. This time, not quite as good of a result as he picks up only about 2, and that will run the clock out here in the third period. At the end of 3 here from Steve Grogan Stadium, it's Louisburg 28 and Ottawa 13. We'll have the fourth quarter coming your way in 1 minute, and you're listening to Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
With the perfect Vera Bradley purse, anything is possible. Now you can discover a variety of fabrications, streetwise silhouettes, beautiful jewelry, luggage, and accessories at Sutton's Jewelry. You'll find newly released designer and functional bags with fashionable and seasonal designs. Get excited about the new line of KU and K-State patterns. Vera Bradley is a leader in the latest trending handbags, luggage, and jewelry with styles that are sure to make a fashion statement. Sutton's Jewelry and Vera Bradley. Find them at 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
It's a choice many of us will be faced with. What to do when a parent, a spouse, or another loved one can no longer take care of themselves. There is an answer. Morningstar Care Homes. With real homes in residential neighborhoods, Morningstar Care Homes provides professional, individualized care for seniors dealing with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or other memory-related issues. Previously known as Comfort Care Homes, Morningstar will provide the same compassionate home-style care you've come to know and expect. Call 785-594-2603 or visit online at morningstarcarehomes.com.
We move to the fourth quarter here, and Louisburg facing a 3rd down and 2. Final score from Eudora. Spring Hill beats the Cardinals tonight 19-7. Second win of the year for the Broncos. Both teams now 2-6. Third down, let's call it 1, actually. They need to get to the 19. They'll hand it off to Moore off the right side, and Moore has the first down across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Another touchdown for Wellsville, and now the Eagles turning it on against West Franklin. They lead 40-14. First and 10, or again off the right side, and wrapped up after a gain of about 6. And that tackle made by Brandon Carlson. Cyclone defense looks tired. They've been out there a long time tonight. And Ottawa really starting to show the effects of attrition on that from injury and such. Second down 4. Moore again. Buries his head. Has the first down at the 33. So that'll move the chains once again. This drive started after the interception. Time is the friend right now of the Wildcats as the clock ticks down to 10:40. Play clock to 12 as the Wildcats hit the line of scrimmage. This time Moore trying the left side. He's got it across the 35 to the 36. That's a gain of 3. Another Iola score. Mustangs lead Anderson County 33-12. That's late in the ball game. Or again, across the 40 for a gain of about 5. And it'll be 3rd and short. About 30 seconds to go in Paola. Panthers had the ball, 3rd and goal at the 1, trailing by 7. And Paola has scored, and they're going for 2, trying to win the ball game. 26 seconds to play. Moore on the delay, and Dives forward for the first down at the 45. Santa Fe Trail beat Jefferson West tonight, 18-0 in the final. Sets up a big game against Holton next week. Clock is running, 9:04 to go in the football game. Louisburg leads 28-13. They have a 1st and 10 at their own 45. Reverse, and snipped out pretty well by the Cyclones as it went to Ridley. He got maybe a yard to the 46, but Ottawa had good penetration. Hit him behind the line. He fought forward for the yard. Baldwin has scored again against Osawatomie. They lead the Trojans now 57-28. That game seesawed back and forth in the first half, but the Bulldogs have taken control in the second half of play. First and 10. And to throw Rutherford out in the flat. He's got a man wide open, and down the sideline goes Kaplinger, and Kaplinger gets inside the Ottawa 35 to the 33. Linden beats Chase County tonight 41-0. They stay undefeated at 8-0. At the 33, 1st and 10. Ridley in motion. Keeping this time is Rutherford. Finds an opening. He's to the 25 and down to about the 22 and has a first down. Ayola's two-point conversion is no good. Panthers trail Fort Scott 27-26 with 26 seconds to go. And this time, handoff goes to Kaplinger, who bounces off a couple of Cyclone tacklers and gets it all the way down to the 15 as he broke to the outside. Iola beats Anderson County tonight, 33-12. Second down and 3 for Louisburg at the Cyclone 15 as we near the 6.5-minute mark of the fourth period. Wildcats lead it 28-13. Moore the carry. Moore has an opening. Moore to the 10. Moore headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Louisburg. Austin Moore with his 4th touchdown of the night. That makes it 34-13. Wildcats appear to be going for 2 here. No, they have the kicker out there. Varnes is out there. Varnes' kick is up. And good. 6:17 to play in the football game. The score is now Louisburg 35, Ottawa 13. The kickoff comes your way in 30 seconds, and you're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, now open and serving you at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. As a former Cyclone, I wish this year's team all the best. For your best wellness care and chiropractic needs, call my office at 785-893-8272.
91-yard drive for Louisburg after the interception, and they bumped their lead back up to 22. Fort Scott recovered the onside kick, and looks like they have beaten Paola tonight, 27-26. So that sets up a winner-take-all matchup next week at Louisburg between the Wildcats and the Panthers. Fort Scott has won the district. They play Ottawa next week at Fort Scott. Barnes kicks it deeper this time, and that's fielded at the 20 by KJ Savage. He stiff arms a man. He's across the 35 and run out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So now Ottawa playing for pride here on senior night. High school football scoreboard show at 10:06 tonight. Tomorrow, OU football at 1 o'clock. 12 o'clock pregame with Bob Johnson. Schaefer on first down. Passes it across the middle. He's got a man wide open. And the catch made, and into Louisburg territory goes Elias White to the 45-yard line. Well, that play's worked well for Ottawa twice tonight. Cyclones offensively have looked better than they have in the previous two ball games. Hack and White go wide to the right. Wide left, Bones, and I believe that maybe Gabe Setters. Will check it and see. No, it's DJ Smith. He comes in motion. They give him to him on the reverse. He cuts it inside, and he's got a first down at the 35-yard line. Clock stopped momentarily with 5:39 to go. Xavi Bethe is the back behind Schaefer. Schaefer to throw. Has a man open in the flat. That's Carlson. Carlson tried to make a move, but good open field tackle that time by Gage. It'll be a gain on the play of about 6. Second down 4. On first down, the handoff to Bethe. Xavi looks for a block to the outside, and he gets it down to around the 22-yard line for a first down. Actually closer to the 21. Wellsville scores again, 46-14 over West Franklin. West Franklin led that game at one time 14-12. 34 unanswered points by the Eagles. In motion, Smith. On the reverse. No, they'll pass instead. They've got Elias White. And it's a touchdown, Cyclones. I believe that's the first touchdown for White this season. Third touchdown pass of the night for Caleb Schaefer. So Ottawa answers with a nice drive. Cyclones will go for two. Schaefer with basically an empty backfield. Schaefer rolling right, pitches it on the shovel pass to Bethay, and Bethay stops short. So 2-point conversion, no good. There's timeout on the field with 4:20 to play, and the score, Louisburg 35, Ottawa 19. We're back with the kickoff in 30 seconds, and you're listening to Ottawa High Football on KOFO.
The Ottawa Shopper has a new look with new features. Never miss your favorite TV show with the TV Guides. Find area church times and the popular Kids Talk About God column on the church pages, and get useful employment tips from our weekly Q&A advice column. Call 242-4700 to get your Franklin County address added to our subscription list for free, or pick up the Ottawa Shopper at multiple racks around town. That's 242-4700.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Costantino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Costantino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
63-yard drive by the Cyclones, culminated by a 21-yard touchdown pass, Schaefer to Elias White. Probably expect an onside kick here from the Cyclones. Wildcats have their hands team up there at the 50-yard line. That's what they expect. Payne Funk will kick it away. Lone deep man is standing at about the 18-yard line. I believe that's Doles. And an onside kick. It's hit by a Louisburg player. It was a scramble for the football far sideline. The ball hadn't traveled 10 yards, but the Louisburg player came up, touched it, and then scrambled for it. And the Wildcats came up with it. Well, that was almost a disaster for Louisburg. Ottawa has all three of its time. Check that, they have two of their timeouts remaining in this second half, but Louisburg will just run as much clock as they possibly can here. They've really not been stopped in this second half of play. They've punted one time tonight. Rutherford hands off to Moore. Moore finds an opening. He's close to the first down. Actually stopped short by about a couple yards inside the Cyclone 45. Another score for Osawatomie, but they still trail Baldwin 57-34 with about 6 minutes to play. Play clock down to 10 as Louisburg comes up. Keeping Rutherford. He broke a tackle. He breaks into the secondary and gets it down to the Cyclone 33. Final from Pomona, Wellsville wins 46-14 over West Franklin. That game 14-12 late first half. But then Wellsville kicked into another gear and moves their record to 7-1 on the season. West Franklin can still make the playoffs with a win over Central Heights next week. First and 10, 3:07 to play. Moore gets the carry. Moore cuts it up, breaks into secondary, and there he goes. Touchdown, Louisburg. Lawson Moore has had himself a night. And give a lot of credit especially to that right side of the Louisburg offensive line who just opened holes for him all night long. Barnes will try the extra point. Barnes kick. Splits the uprights, and it's good. Timeout on the field with 2:58 to play. Now Louisburg 42, Ottawa 19. We'll have the kickoff in 30 seconds, and you're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
It's a choice many of us will be faced with. What to do when a parent, a spouse, or another loved one can no longer take care of themselves. There is an answer. Morningstar Care Homes. With real homes in residential neighborhoods, Morningstar Care Homes provides professional, individualized care for seniors dealing with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or other memory-related issues. Previously known as Comfort Care Homes, Morningstar will provide the same compassionate home-style care you've come to know and expect. Call 785-594-2603 or visit online at morningstarcarehomes.com.
Quick 52-yard drive for the Wildcats, and they score on a 34-yard run by Austin Moore. Really, the final score here, it doesn't matter. For Louisburg, next week's game against Paola will determine if they go on to the playoffs. Barnes will kick it off. Ground ball kick this time and covered by the up back. I check the up back, a man on the line, that's Adrian Aho, who just kind of knocked it down at his feet and fell on it. So Ottawa has it at its own 47. Still 2:57 to go. Check the baseball score for you here. Astros and Yankees, and the Astros lead in the 7th, 3-0, but Yankees threatening first and second, 2 outs. Schaefer on first and 10, looks to throw. He throws. He looks for Carlson, and is nearly intercepted. Thrown behind Carlson, and really it was Gage who had the best chance to catch that ball, and it went right through his hands. Chad Bones brings the play in from the bench. He'll come this way as a receiver. KJ Savage to the far side. Schaefer looking, throwing a deep ball for Savage. Tipped away and nearly intercepted. Schaefer threw into double coverage that time looking for Savage. So 3rd and 10 situation, stops the clock with 2:47 to play. Ottawa comes up on 3rd and 10. We'll get you the finals that we have here in just a moment. Still don't have anything updated on Osage City and Central Heights. Louisburg showing blitz, pass out in the flat, and it's over the head of Shavi Bethe, incomplete. Schaefer was pressured, got the ball away, but a little bit too high for Bethe. Ottawa will go for it here with 2:44 to go. Actually, Ottawa's going to punt it. Believe it or not, this is the first Ottawa punt of the night. And it's off the side of his foot. That was Peyton Schaefer. And his punt goes out of bounds at the Louisburg, or actually the Ottawa 49-yard line, so a kick of 3 yards. So now with 2:38 to go, Louisburg can just run the clock out. Rutherford will stay in the ball game at quarterback. First and 10. Let's see who the running back is. Should be somebody besides Moore, I would think. Yeah, handoff goes to Kuntz, the sophomore. Kuntz is out of bounds. There is a flag on the play. It's a hold against Louisburg. Cyclones will close out the season next week at Fort Scott. Tigers, the district champions, after beating Paola tonight 27-26. First down, 16. Fusion on the line. Play clock down to 4. Handoff goes to Kuntz, and Kuntz in the Ottawa territory to the 48. Schaefer wraps him up. Second down, 9 for Louisburg. Once again, it's Kuntz, and Kuntz fights his way inside the 45. Byers back in the ball game, and he made that tackle. Now third down and 4. Under a minute and a half to go. Rutherford was 6 on the play clock under center. Kuntz again the carry off the right side. Kuntz has the first down. Just inside the 39, that's enough. Well, they say they didn't get the first down. Sure looked like they did based on the spot. Now stop the clock with 46 seconds, and we will measure. A couple other players coming in now for the Cyclones. Peyton Lee comes into the ball game. They'll bring the chains across. Also in for the Cyclones. Well, that man has a number we do not know. Some of the Cyclones seniors coming off the field is really what it boils down to. Louisburg gets the first down. So now the Wildcats can go into victory formation. Here's the final from Central Heights, Osage City winning 55-14. Indians will still need a win next week over Wellsville to have a chance for the playoffs. Rutherford takes the knee. Probably have to do that one more time. And that'll do it. Clock will run out. Louisburg beats Ottawa here tonight by the final score of 42-19. And we're back to wrap things up in a couple of minutes. You're listening to Ottawa High School football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
There are certain people you can always trust. Your grandma, your grandma's friends, lifeguards, action movie heroes who tell you to trust them. But there's no one you can trust more than your doctor. And when it comes to their own frequent heartburn, doctors and pharmacists trust the power of the purple pill, Nexium 24-Hour. And when you choose Nexium 24-Hour, you'll see why. When it comes to heartburn, trust the brand doctors trust. Nexium 24-Hour. May take 1 to 4 days. Use as directed.
And now, a page from the diary of Flo.
Dear Diary, I got the brush off again. I don't get it. Is there something wrong with the way I wave? Elbow, wrist, elbow, wrist. Why won't that little basset hound acknowledge me? I'm friendly. I give everyone peace of mind when I protect their homes through Progressive. He should be jumping for joy when I walk by.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive.
Maybe it's me. No, it's him.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-445-6363. That's 800-445-6363. 800-445-6363. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Louisburg with the win tonight here, 42-19 over the Ottawa Cyclones. Ottawa just really couldn't stop the Wildcat ground game as Austin Moore scored 5 touchdowns on the evening, 6 yards, 4 yards, 20, 15, and 34 yards. Had to have run up over 200 yards on the ground here this evening. Ottawa did get some good offensive effort here tonight. 3 touchdown passes from Caleb Schaefer, 2 to KJ Savage and 1 to Elias White, but the Cyclones just really outmanned here this evening, and they dropped to 1-7 on the season. They're now 0-2 and out of the district play, out of the district race. The Fort Scott Tigers, Ottawa's opponent next Friday, has won the district, and the second-place team will be the winner of next week's ball game between Louisburg, and Paola at Louisburg. So again, here's the final tonight. Louisburg beats Ottawa 42-19, and this is Gary Bateman saying so long from Ottawa High School.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa Cyclone football on 103.7 FM, 1220, and KOFO.com. Brought to you by Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers, CarStar, Wise Guys Construction, Quality Structures Incorporated, and by Maxwell Chiropractic, Modern Woodman Agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Richard Hale DDS, Dingle & Son Mortuary, the Ottawa Herald. Also by People's Bank, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Dials Construction, State Farm Agent Ryan Dispro, Sutton's Jewelry, and by Advantage Electric, Ransom Memorial Hospital, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Bones Transportation. This Cyclone football broadcast is also being brought to you by Cosentino's Price Chopper, Messenger's Home Furnishings, Ottawa University, the City of Ottawa, State Farm Agent Keith King, and by Ottawa Family Physicians, Ottawa High School, Kramer Pharmacy, and Bob Allen Ford. For more information about our next Ottawa Cyclone football broadcast, visit our website at KOFO.com. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
Attention floor buyers. The 6th annual fall flooring yard sales going on now at Lumber Liquidators. Get high quality flooring at low yard sale prices like Woodlook waterproof floors from just 39 cents. All Dream Home X2O water resistant laminate is on sale. Pre-finished hardwood is starting at $149. Get more deals in store while supplies last. Plus special project financing and professional installation with Install Plus. Hurry, visit lumberliquidators.com to find the Lumber Liquidators store near you today.
What's up? It's Chris Lane.
After his debut #1 hit Fix and his top 10 love smash For Her, Chris Lane is back with his latest hit, Take Back Home Girl, featuring Grammy-nominated star Tori Kelly. Catch Chris Lane on his upcoming Take Back Home tour. Visit IamChrisLane.com for tickets and tour stop locations. Take Back Home Girl, featuring Tori Kelly. Available everywhere now. Brought to you by Big Loud Records.
Results will vary. Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000 in personal or business taxes and you can't afford to pay? You have the right to fast IRS tax relief. Call 800-294-8182. Has the IRS threatened to shut down your business, freeze your bank accounts, take your home, your cars, or garnish your wages? You may qualify for special programs to stop this process. Call today and the IRS will be contacted the same day, putting a stop to bank levies and wage garnishments. Call the Fast IRS Tax Relief Hotline at 800-294-8182.
Comfort is something we all want to feel. No one knows this better than Serta, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Discover Serta's all-new mattress collections. Experience our latest iComfort memory foam sleep system that helps comfortably cool and support every curve of your body. Or put your sleep problems to rest with the newly redesigned Perfect Sleeper. Offers good at participating retailers. Find a local retailer at sertaretailers.com. Experience Serta Comfort today at Messenger's Home Furnishings in Ottawa or at Furniture Loft in Osage City.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
Hot coffee, delicious pizza, cold specialty beer, tasty breakfast burritos, your favorite cigar, and top-grade Cenex fuel. All for your convenience and all at 7 Cedars on Highway 59 in Princeton.
From the Bob Allen Ford Weather Center, tonight a 20% chance of showers and